Hey traders and investors, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth for a daily market recap. Today is Thursday, March 11th, and I hope everyone had a great day today. Just as a heads up, I'm going to be doing everything in one video today. I have a funeral to attend, so I'm going to try to keep this video a little shorter, and we'll do everything in one video, so the MJ sector review and the broader market, etc. So we saw Biden signs $1.9 trillion relief bill, clearing way for stimulus checks and some other aid. We also saw that the initial jobless claims came in better than expected. So that was obviously a 1-2 punch for bulls, and it just exploded to all-time highs on the S&P 500. So it came in at 712K versus 725K expected. That was also a beat from the previous reporting period, which was 754K. So beat estimates and last reporting period's numbers as well. So I did a video on this earlier today. BAT, so British American Tobacco, took a stake in organograms. You can check out that video for details on that and some analysis. We also saw that Mexico set to legalize and become the world's largest market in terms of MJ. We also saw Canara Biotech secures conditional approval list on the TSX exchange, and that's going to be the TSX Venture. And that's an upgrade from the CSE. So a lot of people in our group are bullish on that name, and it's looking good. So we'll look at some overall broader markets. So crypto busting here, Bitcoin going for an all-time high test. Came within $1,000 yesterday and then saw a pretty nasty rejection. But here we are, less than $1,000 away from all-time high. And it is leading the charge here. Altcoins are seeing a little bit of a move here, and we're in a 15-minute uptrend on most names, but Bitcoin definitely standing out as the lead bull at the moment. And we had an inside bar that broke bullish. We mentioned in our private member stream this morning that if we broke bull from that inside bar, we could be targeting all-time highs up at 58,367. Very, very close to that. And if we broke bear, then we could be seeing daily consolidation and looking for a higher low compared to 46,219. We didn't see that, and SPY busted to a new all-time high today. So congrats to the bulls. Be a little cautious though. I just went on a rant as well for a private member stream that we could be seeing a reversal here. We have an upper wick on the daily. We went straight to a new all-time high after testing coming up on weekly support levels just a week ago. So again, people a week ago thought the world was ending, and here we are 5 trading days later, straight V-shaped recovery into a higher high and a new all-time high. It's time to start scouting for daily consolidation and a pullback that we know is going to happen eventually. It might not happen tomorrow, it might not happen Monday, but it could be some point next week. Again, we need to be watching out for it and the possibility of losing the low of the day today at 391.74 tomorrow. That's going to be crucial. If we lose 391.74, we start daily consolidation, and we could easily drop 2, 3, even 5% and still be looking for a daily higher low. We still haven't changed the trend. We're no longer in a downtrend, but we're not in an uptrend either. So we'll look to set a higher low and then a higher high, confirm a daily uptrend. That'll give us confidence that this move is for real and that we're not going to see any huge pullbacks or loss of the weekly support levels. We're in a weekly uptrend, but we're not in a daily uptrend. So the more uptrends we have in our favor, the better. So again, watch the low tomorrow, the next day, and you need to start prepping yourself and your mindset. You need to also prepare yourself emotionally, financially. So you need to make sure your portfolio is set up for a significant pullback. Again, we had a lot of people in our group and online wondering if they should sell last week, and a lot of traders and investors get this psychology backwards. So they want to sell near support and they want to buy near resistance. So a lot of people today were looking to enter bullish on positions. And again, we're at all-time highs, so it depends what stock you're looking at. But rule of thumb, you generally don't want to be going long when the stock market is at an all-time high. Even last week, you had a nice opportunity to buy near support. But again, 90% of people are thinking about selling here. And unfortunately, probably, a good chunk of those people did sell. And now they're probably, I knew I should have I shoulda, woulda, coulda, you know. But again, scaling in, when we see these big moves, this is when you want to start scaling in when we get closer to support. I know it seems scary and you don't want to catch a falling knife, but that's why you put a stop below support. You define your risk and you just scale in. You use a little bit of money on the first order, you scale in on a second or a third or even a fifth order, and then that changes your mindset. So if you're scaling into weakness near weekly support, and then here you start scaling out into strength, right? You don't want to be FOMOing at all-time highs and buying and going long. So seeing that a lot lately, and I just want to caution people, again, I'm not calling the top, but we could easily pull back 2, 3, 4, 5% on SPY, and we could even see an equilibrium type of pattern where we see a tightening range and we just, move sideways in that range. So the DXY, the dollar index, is consolidating on the daily. We're trying to bounce here off EMA 12. So if we do lose this, we'll look at EMA 26 as a potential bounce point down around 91. But not surprising that the dollar is pulling back on the daily while SPY is busting on the daily. IWM is up over 2% today. QQQ certainly looked like the daily lower highs were set yesterday, but we never got it. Straight into a higher high. So we got above the EMAs, but is this as far as we're going to get? We're still in a daily downtrend on QQQ. So that is notable. And the tech sector led this market on the way up. SMH, semiconductors, up over 4%. Could potentially top out here at EMA 26. Again, still in a daily downtrend. And lower highs are the most likely scenario. So what's going to happen if we drop to 380, 375 on SPY? Is your portfolio set up for that? Are you hedging? Are you holding cash? Are you trimming positions? Again, this isn't financial advice. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. But I know in my account, I am prepared. I've got my hedge. I've got my short account. And I've got my long-term no-touch positions. And I've got my swing account that's sitting at about 70% cash. So oil, over 66, over 2% here on the day. Oil still in a daily uptrend, so that's notable. And we have resistance up at 67.94. That'll be the level to break. So silver could be topping out here at EMA 26. Gold was struggling to get over EMA 12, so a little bit weaker there. XBI up almost 4% on the day. The biotech sector had a nice day. Congrats to the bulls there. And XLF ended the day red, so that was notable. And again, not surprising, we saw rotation out of the financial sector into the tech sector. We've been seeing money rotate and move back and forth between those two sectors for quite a while now. XLV, healthcare sector, finished up about 0.5%. So again, we could see lower highs and we could see daily consolidation on the broader market a lot sooner than later. On the bull and bear list, we had MVMD, VEGA, KHC, GME, and TAP. On the bull list, we had JMIA, DDD, Riot, and NEO. So the EV space was bouncing back with a vengeance today. Tesla up almost 5%. Didn't close over 700 though. But daily inside bar on watch for tomorrow. That's pretty much all I have in terms of individual tickers. Again, I'm going to keep this video a little shorter today as I have a funeral to attend. So OGI had that news today of the tobacco giant purchasing 20% stake. And I did a video this morning. I said watch for a potential sell the news event and then watch for us to head down to the deal price around 379. Look where we headed. We hit 370, 362. Look where we bounced. 385s. Then we just stuck right around that deal price. And we had the low of 356, so we touched down. We almost hit 5-minute oversold, and then we never changed the 5-minute trend, and then we confirmed a 5-minute downtrend, and was looking at 350 as a potential bounce point, and then we hit 5-minute oversold, and then that's when we got the move. You could have set your stop under the low of the day, and we came down to 359, never lost that support. So you could have set your stop. It was a great trade. Could have set your stop at under 356, the low of the day. You'd never been stopped out, and you could have seen a 13% move. So if you missed this 40% move on that 5-minute oversold with a stop below the low of the day, you could have made 13%. So there you go. You could have made essentially a third of that move. And you know, you're just waiting for regular trading hours. So there's always more opportunities. You don't just want to buy in the second the market opens, right? And FOMO in. There's usually a better trade, and we usually want to wait for the trades to come to us. So on the bull and bear list, we had Labs, Fire leading the decline. On the bull list, we had OGI, Tilray, and APHA, VFF, and Hexo. Hexo earnings are a week from today. Let me know in the comments if you're excited, seeing a lot of reports saying that they're likely going to beat Zach's estimate, saying that they're expecting a beat of around 10% surprise. They could even post a surprise EPS beat. I'm expecting positive EBITDA and a fairly significant beat on revenue, and I'm expecting maybe a slight beat on EPS, but slightly negative. I don't think they're going to come out positive. Maybe they come in line at a flat at 0, but I'm a little skeptical. I don't know if they're going to. I'm not 100% convinced that they're going to become EPS positive just yet, but certainly a possibility for the next ER. So just taking a look at some of our names here. So we knew Cron started its daily consolidation. So Cron had a higher low into a higher high. So we had daily consolidation. And same with ACB. We had daily consolidation. TGOD had daily consolidation. And we're holding that support at 33. But a lot of names still haven't changed their daily trend. APHA, this move's still coming off the low. And taking a look at OGI. OGI did have a little bit of a mini higher low there, but not a very clear pivot. So we're not 100% convinced that that is our daily trend change just yet. I'd like to see us pull back, form another higher low, potentially fill the gap. But again, it depends how much we run on this bounce. We could easily run to $5 and then pull back to around the $4 range and form a higher low there. So we'll be watching the hourly chart on most names for the a loss of the hourly uptrend. If we lose the hourly uptrend, then the daily bounce is likely finished at that point. So moving on, obviously Canadian MJ stronger than US MJ today. On the bear list, we had KBEV, BioHarvest, and BEV and BAM. On the bull list, we had KHRN, Harv, CXXI, and Ian. Not surprising that we saw KHRN running over 25% today, coming off the news of the Mexico legalization. So MSOS, the ETF that tracks the major MSOs, daily inside bar today. So we'll be watching resistance of 46.18 tomorrow and support at 44.41. If we lose 44.41, then daily consolidation mode is back on. And if we break above resistance, then the daily bounce is still underway, but likely just following SPY for the most part. So make sure you're watching the S&P 500. That's going to be extremely important. And we'll just take a look. GTII had a nice day today, up over 5%. So it broke its daily inside bar bullish. TrueLeave broke its inside bar bullish. So the more names that break their inside bars bullish, the more we can expect follow through for the entire sector. So we're going to leave it there. As a reminder, I have a funeral to attend, so I'm going to keep this video a little shorter, and I did everything in one video. So we shall see you tomorrow. Hope everyone has a fantastic evening. And again, make sure you protect yourself and you prepare, emotionally and mentally for a significant drop in the S&P 500, because we know daily consolidation is inevitable. It's going to happen at some point, and don't be caught off guard like a deer in the headlights. Talk to you tomorrow after market close. Take care, everybody.